Yes, he's a little bit bigger than Gertie, but actually we're not going to talk about Molson tonight. I just thought I'd show you this dog because I've never seen a dog so big in my life, St. Bernard. Anyway, we are here on Pigeon Lake at Mallard Bay, and what we're doing today actually is a show on solar panels. We're going to get rid of that misconception that solar heating, solar energy is not efficient. We're going to meet with a homeowner who has just installed some solar panels and find out how well they're working for him. Also, we have Wellness for Life, self-massage. You know, when you don't have time to go see the registered massage therapist, how to do it yourself. And also, we're going to have, what else do we have? Oh yes, the Community Futures Development Corporation, the Cider House in Lang Pioneer Village in Keene. So before we get to all of that, and we also have this girl. She's really cute. She's in grade 9, and she came to work today with our cameraman that you never ever get to see. But you're going to meet his daughter, and you'll actually get an idea of what he looks like because she kind of looks like him. So we'll get to that and find out how she likes working with the CHEX crew today. But first, we're going to head inside to this home here on Pigeon Lake and find out about solar heating. He heats his water with solar panels. It's a new technology straight from Germany, and we'll find out how much it is and how it works. So let's go in and meet Al Doran. Okay, Al, we're inside of your basement where your holding tank, collecting tank is what you would call it?
It's a whole storage tank.
Storage tank as well as your hot water tank. Okay, explain what's happening here.
Okay, the simple way is the glass tubes that are on the ceiling heat the water up into a collector.
Okay.
The collector runs water through it very slowly.
Continuously.
Continuously to pick up the hot water that's on the roof.
Okay.
Comes down through this unit into the holding tank.
Okay.
Into this holding tank is a coil.
Okay.
Where the water heats up the exterior water of my domestic water. And once that water starts getting warm, it's just a big rotation of circles. It just comes in, goes around this coil, and goes back out, tries to grab more heat, comes back down, and heats this water up till 180 degrees plus.
Okay. So does it continuously run?
Up until the nighttime, because if you're losing water then, you'll be losing your heat.
So do you turn it off? Do you put it on a timer?
It's all it's all computered in that computer box.
Okay,
right there.
let's go over here and look at this. You were saying what the temperature is right now?
Your temperature up the top of your collector is 140 degrees.
Right.
Okay, that's at the very top of that center.
What's the maximum it can reach?
I've had it up to 250.
Is that not a fire hazard?
No, it isn't. There's a relief valves. There's relief valves here. There's relief valves up in the attic. There's relief valves. Safety measures all over.
Okay.
And right now the water that's coming in that line from that collector is 65 degrees at 10:30 at night.
Okay.
So it's coming through here into the storage tank.
Yeah.
Okay, and going through and coming back out because this water is being heated.
Yeah.
It's coming back out at 50.
Okay.
Now, if you want to feel it, feel that knuckle. That's how hot that is right now.
That's hot.
Yes.
It's hot. Okay. This whole system obviously has to be installed as part of the solar panels,
yes,
right?
It does.
And this little guy here is what?
Just a cushion tank.
What does that mean?
All that does is there's so much. Sometimes it causes steam, so you have to have some kind of expansion and contraction. That's all that is.
Okay. Your house is heated through what?
Solar hot water.
And it's working?
Yes, it is.
I mean, how long have you had it set up?
Since August.
So you haven't had a winter yet with
No,
this?
I haven't.
Okay.
But I can tell right now how much oil I've used, which has been probably a quarter tank, which I probably would have used almost a full tank within the 3 months that I've had this up running.
And you have how many people living in this house?
3.
And how many people have showers in the morning?
All of us.
And do you like a hot shower?
I try to.
And so you have 3 people, you have showers, you have dishwasher, laundry,
yes.
All of that. Why did you decide to go solar panels?
Cost for the main thing, and like do something for the environment.
How much did it cost you to put it in?
Probably about $8,000.
And
but that's not all of it, because I have a lot of other stuff than just a regular basic heating.
Right.
I have
and what's your maintenance costs?
nothing.
Eventually you're going to have to replace this and the coil and that in it.
The coil is you can't pull the coil out. All this is a big holding tank. It's all steel.
Okay.
On this unit here, I can pull this whole off, this whole top of this off, and replace the coil or fix it or clean it if I have to. That's all.
Okay.
And all that does is go from there into my domestic.
Right.
And then, because this is all, once this hot water is already pre-charged, it's hot, it goes in my hot water tank. When I turn the tap on, this hot water is already being hot into this tank. Mm-hmm. So it's telling it I don't have to come on because it's already pre-hot. It's already preheated.
So you're going to come back and tell us in the spring how efficient this was?
I can tell you exactly.
Okay. And why did you wait until now to go solar?
My wife told me.
Good answer. Good answer. All right, well, that's great. We're actually going to go out. We're going to meet with Tom, the man that you bought these from, these solar panels. It's actually very interesting to look at. It's like the cylinder. They're not those black flat panels that we used to see. Those days are gone. So for Pigeon Lake, we are just traveling the city today on Newswatch at 5:30. We're back here with Tom Crew, and he's actually going to show us up close and personal these new age solar panels. Tom, break it down for me.
The latest in technology.
Okay.
This is called an evacuated solar tube.
Okay.
And the concept behind it is this copper filament in here actually collects the sun. The heat is captured inside this tube. The heat actually travels up here, and if you touch that, you'll know.
Yeah, it's hot.
Pretty hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
And it's been in the sun for a couple of minutes. 20 or 30 or 40 of these, depending on how many people are in the house, get put up on the roof, which we've already seen. And they get run through a manifold. So the glycol continues to run through. It takes the heat from the top of this, runs through the tank that's inside your house, and heats your domestic water in your water tank.
Which we saw earlier with Al. Okay, let's break it down into square footage of a house, how many you would need per square footage.
Well, actually, it depends on how many people, not how many square feet.
Oh.
So the people that are using the water, and it normally breaks down to about 10 tubes per person.
10 tubes per person.
Yeah.
And what's the cost of them?
They range, for 30 tubes, it ranges around $4,000 or $5,000 installed.
Realistically, you've been in the heating business and all of that for some time.
Yeah.
Is it not fair to say that really solar technology has been sort of put on the wayside because people tend to think it's not efficient?
Well, they think it's not efficient. A lot of people don't know about solar in Canada. But these tubes actually have been on the market for 20 years in Germany. And in Germany, 6 or 7 houses out of 10 have solar on the roof. And
let's talk about, this is different, because I was getting confused. This is heating a hot water tank. And in Al's case, he actually was using it into his forced air electrical furnace as well. Yeah. But off-the-grid solar is different. How?
Well, off-the-grid is called photovoltaic, and it's a completely different way of collecting the sun and making electricity out of it. This is simply collecting the sun and making heat out of it. And photovoltaic is an electrical charge, and it actually charges batteries and collects the electricity so that you can use it in.
So would you use both? Would you use photovoltaic and this as well if you were trying to go off the grid? Some people that want to get off the grid, they'll put this in for hot water, and they'll put the photovoltaic in for the electricity. Okay, so when it's sitting on your house, ice, snow, sleet, all of that stuff, build up, like what happens? Are they going to crack, or what are they going to do? They won't crack, and they have a real good warranty on them, but you know, these are hail-proof. You could smash them with a hammer, but they're really, really hard to break. And because of the because they're a round tube. Does Germany have the winters that Canada that we would have here? Oh, positive, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and because they're round, the snow tends to just fall off of them, and it'll melt the snow really, really quick. In January, on a real good hot day, if it's 10 below zero, and the sun is like it is today, it'll boil your water. It'll boil it. It'll boil your water. Who is benefiting most from these? Who's it working best for right now? I still feel like we're in that stage of the early computer. We know the technology is going to work, but we still have a lot of kinks to work out before we get it completely, you know, perfect. Well, I think that in the last 2 years, the price has come down a little bit. Probably about 10 or 15%. Yeah. The government's got involved. They have a small rebate now, and they're going. I believe this spring they're going to increase that. Okay. So right now, families like Al, a few kids, and also he can heat his pool with this as well. That's correct. Okay. All right. And you can heat the house with it. Well, which is what he does, right? Yeah, through his forced air electrical. Heat the water. All right. Well, that's going to do it for here on Newswatch at 5:30. Thank you very much, Tom, and. I guess if you wanted to find out more about them and research them, you could probably Google them, right? Like, do they have a evacuated tube solar? Is that how you would search for them? You can go on my website. Well, of course we're going to go on your website, but you got to pay me to say that. How much? But you can Google them, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. That's it for tonight on Newswatch at 5:30. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to get in touch with us, check out our website. All of this is online. If you want to see it again, there's a plug for you, Tom. If you want to watch it again, you can do so. CHEXTV.com. Follow the links to Newswatch at 5:30. Thanks so much for watching. Newswatch at 6 is coming up next.